Yes, welcome everybody. Marijuana Times Show, December 13th, 2017. I'm your host, Joe Klare. You can find myself and many other great writers over at marijuanatimes.org, covering the cannabis community, industry, and more. The latest news and opinion that you need, marijuanatimes.org. You can also find these videos. Share them. It's the YouTube version of the video. Share, like, comment, all that stuff. Same thing on Facebook. We're also now an audio podcast. Search Apple Podcasts, formerly known as iTunes, I guess. Maybe it's still iTunes in some places. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about. It's iTunes, Apple Podcasts. The Marijuana Times Show. Search it and take it on the go. Audio only, of course, on the Apple Podcast. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about today, including maybe the first ever cannabis social use club. Be opening up in Denver. Also stories about a marijuana Christmas tree and how to talk to family members, if you so choose this Christmas, about marijuana legalization. But first, of course, need to tell you the Marijuana Times Show is brought to you by NatureSideCannabis.com, organic, all-natural pesticides. If you are a cultivator in a legal state, you don't want to be putting harmful chemicals into your product. You also don't want to run afoul of various regulations that govern pesticide use in places like Colorado, California, Oregon, Washington, and beyond. So you want to check out NatureSideCannabis.com. They can help you become regulatory compliant. They have the organic, all-natural products that you need. Proud sponsor of the Marijuana Times Show, NatureSideCannabis.com. This first story is from MarijuanaTimes.org by Julia Granowitz. The coffee joint may be Denver's first cannabis club. That's right. How do you like that name? The coffee joint. As you may remember, just over a year ago, Denver passed a ballot initiative at the local level to allow businesses to open that would permit social cannabis consumption on site. Since then, there's been a lot of preparation for the neighborhood-supported cannabis consumption pilot program, which allows a business to permit people 21 or older to consume cannabis on the property with the support of a neighborhood sponsor. The first application of the program, a coffee shop to be called The Coffee Joint, yes, puns, is now under review. Co-owners Rita Tsalyuk and Kirill Merkelov. I'm sure I butchered that first name, maybe both, but I'm really sure I butchered that first name. They intend to open the shop as soon as just regular coffee shop, rather. But a few months down the road, they hope to be able to allow customers to bring their own cannabis to consume while enjoying coffee, tea, or other treats. The way the law is set up, businesses that allow on-site consumption cannot sell marijuana products themselves. However, Tsalyuk and Merkelov have the next best thing as far as business plans go. Tsalyuk said, "My husband and business partner have ownership of a dispensary right next door." So there you go. As I've said before in print and other shows, by the way, they intend to charge, they get approved, by the way. They intend to charge a $5 entry fee for those planning to consume cannabis. Of course, you have to bring your own cannabis. You have free coffee and tea. They'll also sell food, host events, and potentially rent out vaporizing equipment and sell other cannabis-related paraphernalia. This particular place doesn't have an outdoor patio, so there wouldn't be any smoking because of indoor smoking laws, but vaporization, edibles, that kind of stuff. As I said before, this is going to become something that's normal and mainstream in the future, just as bars are normal and mainstream, and you see them everywhere. You're going to see places that will allow cannabis consumption. The smoking will obviously be done, as I said, outdoors on a patio or whatever. But there will be a thing. It'll be a mainstream, commonplace thing wherever there is legalization, and especially important for tourists. A lot of hotels don't allow you to smoke. You're not allowed to smoke in public. So if you're a tourist and you go buy some cannabis in Denver or wherever else they have legal marijuana, where are you going to smoke it at? What are you going to do with it? Nothing. Well, you're going to get in trouble, more than likely. So to avoid that, cannabis social clubs, just like bars. Easy fix. This next story is from KansasCity.com, although it's a story that can be seen on tons and tons of other websites. It's a rather huge story. Wal-Mart is selling a marijuana Christmas tree that will light up the room. For the stoner who has everything, Walmart is selling a weed marijuana leaf Christmas tree this season. Ornaments and bow are not included with the 7-foot faux Tannenbaum, which has a retail value, rather. Fucking stupid. Just stupid. Retail value of $250. I hate the way a lot of these stories are written. It's just awful. I mean, as someone who's been writing about cannabis for many years, it's just awful. They think it's funny because, they saw Up in Smoke and they thought, oh, well, pot puns, that's what we need to do. Just every paragraph, a pot pun, but it's not. No, it doesn't work. The ad copy reads like it was fueled by an office party eggnog, writes Bruce Barcott, deputy editor for the cannabis website Leafly. See, he made an alcohol reference. At least that's something different. The tree's description on the Walmart website is sprinkled with token puns, as is your article. This pot leaf Christmas tree will light up the room and put your mind in the right headspace for holiday cheer. You'll be able to relax and giggle at the marijuana leaves and decorate it as you please. What? Why would you giggle at marijuana leaves? Oh my God. This alternative Christmas tree is perfect for personal top shelf life at home or as a medical dispensary decoration. That is actually a good idea. I would imagine if I had a dispensary, that's something I would put up in my lobby. Green wishes and happy holidays. Of course, holidays spelt with a Z. Just all good stuff. But I mean, on the positive side, obviously, marijuana is mainstream enough that Walmart.com will sell a faux marijuana leaf tree on their website for $250. That's quite a steep price. They talk about other people that have covered this story. Walmart also sells marijuana leaf cookie cutters, which is not specifically geared towards Christmas, can certainly be used to make Christmas cookies. That is from weednews.co. Excuse me. It's basically it's great that marijuana is mainstream enough. And this is the key to legalization. People think laws are the key to legalization. It's not. It's the culture. It's custom. One day we'll talk about marijuana the same way we talk about alcohol. Oh, I had a glass of wine the other night. Have you tried this wine? So on and so forth. Go to bars, go to liquor stores. It's in every pop culture reference. See a guy holding a beer in a movie, you don't think about it. You see him holding a joint, like, oh, that dude's holding a joint. But if he's holding a Pabst Blue Ribbon, you don't give it another thought. It's a background noise to whatever's going on in the scene. It's the same with TV or anything else. And one day cannabis will be that mainstream, and when it is, that's when it will be accepted by the mainstream and by pop culture. And if the laws haven't come around by then, they certainly will in quick order. This last story is from PortlandMercury.com. Cannabis talking points for Christmas, how to argue with your family about legal weed. Well, first of all, I wouldn't recommend starting an argument about cannabis at Christmas with your family, because you're just going to come off as that douchebag stoner who started an argument at Christmas. They're not going to care about what you said. On the other hand, it could come up. And if it does come up, well, then you should be armed with these talking points, at least according to the Portland Mercury. The first one, cannabis equals jobs. Communities are stronger and safer when more of its residents are employed, and these are jobs that will stay in the state. Snark opinion. You remember jobs, Uncle Sal. That's what your wife has 3 of so you can pursue your art. That's, oh, man. More attempts at humor. Good for you. At least they're trying. Cannabis reduces alcohol abuse. A new study from the University of Connecticut and Georgia State, which we talked about on the show, shows the states with medical cannabis programs experience a 15% drop in alcohol sales. The talking point is the health risks associated with cannabis use are far fewer and less severe than those of alcohol use. And there are other associated benefits for public health and safety. Obviously, if you bring this one up, make sure they don't have a beer in their hand or something like that. Maybe they'll be less hospitable to what you're talking about. Snark opinion. This has a snark opinion for all these. I don't know why. Looks like your husband is trying to make up for that 15% reduction tonight, Debbie. No, that's awful. That's awful. I don't mean to critique your attempts at humor as I go, but, it's there, and I'm doing a show, so here we are. Cannabis is our best bet against opioids. Talking point, we don't want people in the hospital or dying from opioids, and cannabis can really help with those things. You can bring up that States with medical cannabis programs are seeing an average reduction of 23% in opioid-related hospitalizations. Another study showed those same states saw a reduction in opioid-related deaths by as much as 25%. There's also huge drops in Medicare prescription costs when it comes to opioids in states that have decent medical marijuana programs, dispensary system, all that. You can round the snark opinion is none. This is a nightmarish tragedy that we are not sufficiently addressing. Okay, got dark for a minute. I mean, it's true, but still, I thought this was more of a lighthearted article. Last one, CBD has significant medical uses. If it can help sick children and not get them high, there isn't any harm in allowing it. You're talking about low THC, high CBD products that have been helping kids. You know, the weed documentaries, Dr. Sanjay Gupta, all of that. The snark opinion from the Portland Mercury. Hey, Aunt Susie, speaking of sick children, does your sneezing son need to touch every single roll in the basket? I don't know. I think those could have been eliminated. And the editor could have, said, these, we'll chop these parts. But now they left them in. Anyway, like I said, they tried, like I said. Yeah, we all try. All our attempts at humor. Thanks, everybody, for listening and watching. This has been the Marijuana Times show for December 13th, 2017. Go check out marijuanatimes.org for these videos and other articles as well. Thank you to naturesidecannabis.com for sponsoring the show. Organic, all-natural pesticides. If you want to sponsor the show, info@marijuanatimes.org. Send us an email and let us know. Go like, share on Facebook and YouTube at marijuanatimes.org and leave us reviews and comments on Apple Podcasts. All of that would be great. See you next time here on the Marijuana Times show. Thanks, everybody.